Hello, everyone! Welcome to the Forest of Memories. I'm Zaruk Windcaller, Guardian, High Remembrancer, Arbiter, Reminiscing Bard of Twilight, and Storyteller. Welcome. Oh, hi, Amina. Beat the knight in...
Show love 100. Hello my love. Hi everyone. Tilda, we beat the knight in the Gersum fight in the same day. Zaruk W smile.
Nice
Zaruk
job.
George. Zaruk hype. Zaruk hug.
Nice job, Amina. Anyway, let me pet George there. Hello, Andrea. Hello, Foxboy. Hello, everyone. Okay, we're going to pick up from right here. And this is apparently our final party member that Deadpool mentioned. Oh, yeah, you're yeah. Let's play Spot the main character. Yeah.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So it's sliding. All over the place. Trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the...
Excuse me.
Don't interrupt. It's rude. But I gotta get in there. Get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, Shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
Is it that obvious that I'm not from around here? Alright, well, Zaruk, pleasure to meet you.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
I think you're already inebriated. Look, I'll stay in chat, but I think you've had enough.
Another in a long line of damn fools trying to cut me off. I'll buy my own poison then. What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
Well, I'm told that you can help me find an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it.
Brass tacks.
Rats? Let's talk business.
Okay.
I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head.
Sure, what do you need?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
So, a druggie and a drunkard. Great. You mean caffeinoid? That stuff's just a stimulant.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Alright, I'll be back. So yeah, it's either caffeine or, even in the far future, Pervitin has made a comeback. Which I really hope it's not Pervitin.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Thank you?
What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
I've been asked to pick up a caffeinoid supplement.
And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits. Who's your lucky friend, dearie?
Actually, the pills are for me.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
You can't trust people these days.
Except for you. I can tell. You've got one of those faces. I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub.
Is there anyone else needing a special pickup? Nyoka, but I'm guessing that's going to be a no.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much.
Okay, well, when can she get her next dose?
I'm afraid it'll be the better part of a month. Our dear Nyoka tends to exhaust her supply rather quickly.
How?
Believe me, there's...
How?
Dr. Williams managed the town's allotment.
Okay, how many do you need? She says she takes one every day. Good grief. I thought you were in charge around here, Auntie. You sure ought to be.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra...
Forgetful fellow, huh?
Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll, eventually.
Alright, well, I'll have to figure this out on my own.
Chin up, dearie.
I'd rather not rob from the sweet old lady. Okay, well, it's upstairs. Which is annoying. I'd rather not rob the old lady. So, let me think. Patient records. Let's check this out. Medical engineering. Liver damage, likely the result of prolonged alcoholism. Attitude problems, likely the result of prolonged alcoholism. Frequent social withdrawal, likely the result of prolonged alcoholism. So, got it. So, yeah, she's got an alcohol problem, which has led to everything. Look. That's not how it works, but it definitely, like, you can't blame the alcohol for that, but you can definitely blame, like, her addiction for it. That's for sure. Let's see. Alright, we've upped her, we've allowed her, yeah, we've increased her supplement, so she can have more, but, let's see, Williams, Edwards. Oh my god. Granny? Are you doing fan fiction? Yes, she is. She's writing fan fiction. Or she's a writer. That's actually pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny. Well...
Hello again.
See, about Dr. Williams.
Such a pity, isn't it? But I suppose it's an important reminder that one can have too much of a good thing. Even cost tolerine.
Where can I find Dr. Williams?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
Oh! The Flower of Enlightenment?
It's a philosophist symbol of some kind. The graveyard...
You're gonna go tussle with some raptidons? Because I've been practicing my dropkick.
Thanks, Felix, but
Do be careful.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Hold on. Oop, no, put the gun away. We're not here to threaten anybody. Stop it! The internal thoughts. Stop.
Hello again,
The intrusive thoughts.
Now that can't be. Deep.
Hey, don't worry about it, Auntie. I'm sure you've been busy.
Here's Nyoka's Do take care of yourself, dearie.
Thank you. Now let's go read what dear old Dr. Williams has been imbibing. Because I think it's set over here.
No can.
Phone button. There it is. Data storage. Notes. Reactism plus pep you up. I've hypothesized that this combination might awaken my mind and senses to greater realities around us. If that's true, then it might seems my faculties were quite overwhelmed in this instance. Shortly after the dosage, I experienced cold sweats, tremors, and mild paranoia. It's perhaps due to these latter effects that most of my notes from the episode are of little use. Nevertheless, the effects were invigorating. I will have to attempt a milder dosage once heart palpitations subside. So, he literally took reactism, which is something that slows down time, and pep you up, which speeds you, which gives you more stamina. You know you're not supposed to mix drugs like that, right? Like, don't... Oh, whatever. See, bushberry extract and debilirol. After my previous experiments, I theorized that deadening the external senses might allow the mind's eyes to glimpse the eternal. Alas, I was only partially successful. The combinations of substances quickly rendered me both blind and feeble, so much so that I fell into a stupor. I awoke some hours later in a pile of my own sick and a most curious craving for Tilleritos. So, thank God you didn't choke on your own vomit. Good grief. Let's see. Costalarine triple dosage. Oh. Well, now we know. Well, like she said, that killed him. Yeah, the guy's literally just experimenting on himself to reach in nirvana, I guess.
What was your family like, Felix? Did you ever know him?
I never knew him. I was a stowaway. That's what we call orphans who grow up in the back days.
Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. That must have been lonesome.
Come on, Parvati, who you talking to? Imagine me pining after my...
Alright, let's take a look and see if there's anything in his gravesite. I'm willing to bet there might be something else other than the key. Yeah, Felix was born in the back bays of the ship, of the Groundbreaker. He was...
I always wanted to visit Stellar Bay. Taking the sights, the sounds... Wait, what's that smell?
Sulfur. We're literally over a sulfur thing. That's literally sulfur water. Or sulfur, I guess. Anyway. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Ah, we got the arm. Bang, bang, bang. And that's how we take out the trash. Oh yeah, they talk about how the place smells like ass because of the sulfur. Which is a shame because it's a beautiful place. It is really pretty. Wait.
Wave goodbye to your heads, wankers.
Got him. Wave goodbye to your head, wanker. 3 up, 3 down. Piece of cake. Ever since I slotted an acid thing into this sniper rifle, it's amazing against flesh things. Die! Die! Nah, we just got started, Dino King.
Don't mess with us.
Oh. He didn't even make it into a grave. He's just dead. Huh. Hey, Grinx, how you doing, buddy? Welcome, Raiders. Hello, everyone. I'm Zaruk Windcaller, Guardian of the Forest of Memories. I'm a variety streamer that plays games with a strong memory connection to me and my community, and games that are very story-driven. Hold on. There we go. And this is The Outer Worlds, recommended by Grinx himself. So, welcome. How y'all doing? What were you up to? Could someone give Grinx a shout-out, please? And for those who don't know what this game is, it's an exploratory RPG made by Obsidian, the same people who made Fallout New Vegas. Anyway, we are currently trying to make our way back to town after doing a little bit of exploration. Reloading. Ran into a spot where I'm gonna have to grind a lot, like an hour or two of beating up respawning enemies. I know what that feels like, bud. Sorry to hear that. But anyway, as for the rest of y'all, sit back, relax, make yourselves at home. If you have any questions, just ask. I'll do my best. But otherwise, yeah. Like I said, I'm a variety streamer, plays games that are different. Well, basically, they mean something to me or my community. So, yeah. Anyway, we're about to go check in with our last party member.
So what'd you think of the game last night? I still can't believe Armstrong ran the field through the Tuesday zone.
Yeah, I didn't understand any of that.
Armstrong's really something. Nearly took a fella's head clean off with a tossball stick.
Yeah, well, he's a hacker. That's what they do. Rangers don't show a shred of mercy in a Darlings game. Bates got tossed out of the game for excessive sportsmanlike conduct in the...
Yeah. They keep talking about tossball, and like, I know it's supposed to be a reference to lacrosse, but the fact that people openly die in the game should say something. Also, I apologize about the disconnect sounds y'all are hearing. That's not y'all, it's me. My controller's just about to give up the ghost, I think.
Saltuna comes in cans?
Felix, Saltuna is a kind of fish. Lives in the ocean. You knew that, right?
You serious? You tell me there's a fish made entirely out of Saltuna?
No,
Never mind. I'll tell you later.
I was about to say, God, you're an idiot. But then I realized, oh, wait, he literally grew up in the bowels of a ship. He doesn't know.
Ah, the charmer. All of the...
Look, I've got your magic pills. These things are dangerous, you know.
More or less dangerous than a steady supply of alcohol. Give it here. Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go.
Well, glad to have you.
Great. Where to? Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west. A few more. That said,
Hey, Felix, go wait on the ship. We need Nyoko's help for now.
A real big game hunter? You gotta give me some pointers.
So you keep Monarch safe, huh? That's real honorable work, Miss Nuka.
oh, no. Monarch ain't safe, even with me around. I've just got intimate knowledge of its dangers and an abundance of fortitude.
And you sound a lot better when you're not drunk off your ass. But I have a feeling I'm gonna have to keep you away from the alcohol. Oh, wait. There we go. But yeah, I'm gonna have to keep you away from the alcohol, I think. Not a bad weapon. So you prefer heavy weapons. Got it. Okay.
Folks hire me because I know what you can shoot and what you ought to run from.
That's actually not a bad way of describing it. I know what to shoot and I know what to run from.
That's a mistake you only get to make once.
I mean, at the end of the day, the smartest thing to do would just be, I guess, shoot everything.
Hey, Cap, got a minute?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, got a favor to ask you. Figure while we're out here in the wilderness anyhow, we might stop in on an old friend of mine. Preferably before we get to Hiram's. It's on the way, don't worry.
Okay.
You don't seem the type to run off.
Thanks for the compliment, I think.
I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it. Every time I give someone the opportunity to disappoint me, they seem to make it their most immediate goal. But this, what I'm thinking, it's dangerous.
Okay, well, I'm honored you're asking, and I'm thrilled to accept. What can I do?
Really? Here I was steeling myself for inevitable rejection. I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporations pulled out, and we helped a lot of people pick up the pieces. I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I'd like to gather their effects and bury them all in the same places, like the family we once were.
Okay, well, what do you need to do?
First, we go to Hayes. I buried him a ways from our encampment. I need to pay my respects. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion.
And after that?
Then we find my 2 lost trackers and bring them home. If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out.
Got it. So yeah, it skipped that last part, but I caught it. Basically, a Manta Queen killed a lot of her people. So, let's see. Always good to help out your companions.
Good old Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like fish instead.
Where is his grave? Okay, what am I running there for? Come on. We can just fast travel. Yeah, happy Labor Day, everyone. All right. Where is... Oh, this way. Okay. I hope we haven't dug up this grave on our own already. That would look really bad. Move. I don't fear any creature on this planet anymore. I fear no man.
Let's clear this sulfur sun fucks out so Hayes can rest in peace.
There we go. Done. Buried near the surface of Hayes' grave is a small lockbox. Its hinges rusted through and wood almost completely rotted. It nearly falls apart in your hands, but in it you manage to find a tarnished silver medallion bearing the letters Charon. Is it?
Hayes was the best self-sacrificing son of a saint I ever met. Halcyon is worse off without him. Now, if we're gonna lure the Manta Queen out, we'll need to find Rebecca and Anders. They took a UDL contract on Terra 2. We never heard from them again. Think it's time I call in a favor with Hiram. If anyone can track them down, it's him.
Hold on. Tell me about that UDL contract.
I don't know much about it. It paid well, so they took it. They said they'd be back in a couple of weeks and that maybe we could all use the money to get off Monarch. That was a long time ago.
You didn't try and find him?
I should have. I really should have. But soon after they left, Hayes and the others died. And to be honest, after him, I stopped trying. Because it hurt like hell to do so.
Hey, for what it's worth, I'm glad you're trying to confront it.
Thanks. I'm still not convinced I won't come to regret it, but we've started down this path. Might as well see it through. Now, come on.
Right. Right. So she's drinking because all of her friends died. Understandable. It goes well, Thomas. How you doing? But yeah, so that's why she's drinking a lot and having nightmares. The PTSD and the fact that all of her friends are dead.
The caves back east are safest. We can head up this path if you want to shoot your way through a few nightmares on your way up.
Yes. Yes. You know, if you want to shoot your way through some nightmares, I have plenty of ammunition to kill every nightmare we
Nice
come across.
views, a little exercise and fresh air. Well, and sulfury, spory air.
It is a trip.
More blood for the blood god! I mean, when you've got a a fast-firing machine gun and a good rifle, you don't have to worry about anything. Queenie, I'm home! Okay, that's cool. I do appear to have burst into flames.
Nothing like a good tussle.
Yeah, she's the squad gun. I don't know if y'all noticed it with her being the squad gunner. She literally had a flask, a hip flask. She took a chug from it and then threw the flask away before unloading. That's cool as hell. Yeah, you take a sip from your trusty Vault 13 canteen. Reloading. I don't know if y'all saw what she said. She said, I am a storm.
Station ain't too far now.
Hey, you! Get over here! There are marauders up ahead! I always wanted to poke through a...
This station's under the protection of the corporate compliance crew.
What?
You a marauder? 'Cause me and my sunshine, that's my gun if you were wondering, we don't take kindly to marauders.
You ever pointed a gun at someone before, rookie? What marauders? But also, no.
A coherent enough response, I reckon. Must be
I am
true.
the storm that is approaching
You're
Tilda.
clear, but I would caution you against pressing on ahead. This station's plumb crawling with marauders, you know.
Well, don't worry about that, hun. I'll take care of it. Thanks for the tip.
Hey, we're here to help.
Uh-huh.
Me and Sunshine are doing exactly what we've been tasked with, and that's guarding these big old Devil's Peak horns.
Well, okay, question. What are you waiting for? Help me kill him.
There is nothing I'd enjoy more, but the C3s play it by the book. Usually. Go petition the boss man. You ought to talk to my crew. They're guarding a small barracks.
You know what? Screw it. You guys can sit here.
How the hell did marauders navigate the caverns?
You guys can sit here basically deciding to be cowards because your corporate overlords tell you you can't get involved. I'm gonna go save him. Come on, let's go.
Like a raft among the rocks.
It's in a very good position. Let's find another one. Yeah, this will work. Bang! 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 Woo! Hello. Little help, please? You guys are idiots. Oh, don't bother looking. I'm right here. Where's up there? All right. Let's go. Cover me. Going up. Oh, hello there.
Hiram must have sealed the door. He spooks easy.
Yep, door sealed. We'll have to find another way in. Break down a lot of the stuff for parts. Now, I could go loot the bodies, but we'll do that later. They're marauders, Andrea. They're not trained soldiers. They don't know better. I say that. Looks like they're already in here.
You may not realize this being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's online.
Let's move.
About that.
Well, I hope being a marauder was worth it if you're going to get turned into ash. Damn, that was brutal. The hell? I have an idea. This is probably one of the dumbest things I'm ever going to do on stream, but I want to do it anyway because it'll be funny. The ultimate bolter. Sure, why not? Chronofield aggravator. Yep. What else we got in here? Ordnance control ballistics. Elite trooper armor. Good God, 53 armor? Yes, please. It's expensive, but who cares? Nope. I don't have, unfortunately, Grinex isn't with me, so he can't be the food disposal, so we're just gonna sell all this. Let's take a look at that armor we picked up. Oh, and by the way, the reason I bought this, okay. Back scratcher! Back scratcher! Back scratcher? I'm literally gonna run around and just hit people with this. I don't care. Back scratcher! This would be the armory. Yoink. 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 See? Now, I don't have a melee build, so this is not going to do a lot of damage, but it'll be funny. It's back scratcher. It sounds like butt scratcher, but it's back scratcher. Back scratcher? Because that's what they are. They're back scratchers.
You out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me. Face the intercom.
Okay.
I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact... And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging a stranger into my station?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also, he hired me.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast.
I need to see the information broker about...
No. We'll deal with information-related business later. As I said, there are bigger problems threatening my life and livelihood at this very moment. The Marauders want me dead. And since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I need you to clear out the threat. As my newest contractor, you may call me the Broker.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the Broker being a dumbass alternative.
What? Everyone calls me that, aside from you.
Why me?
You're here, and you're armed, aren't you? I know Nyoka is, for sure. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate. They destroy the transmission of the elevator...
Okay, got it. Don't know what the normal rate is, but we'll find out, I guess.
You make it look so easy.
You missed something in the armory. Okay, we'll go back. Let's go take a look. Ah. Just some minor bit cartridges, not really much. Yeah. Thanks for pointing it out, Andrea. Just take all of it.
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
Thank you. All right. Back scratcher! Back scratcher! Oh, well, thank you. That was mine, but okay. Back scratcher! Get your ass up! Love how you start... to be fair, I understand why she was panicking. If I saw some dude run in with a back scratcher and start beating someone to death with it, I'd probably be very scared too. Oh, did you? I don't see you, so clearly you didn't, but alright. Come here, let me just... Okay, fuck it. Level up! Congratulations, dumbass! You realized you're not a melee build and you actually used your gun the right way. Yeah, I'm not a melee build. It's all ranged for me. Let's see. One of those psychos just killed our guys with a back scratcher. Interesting. Let's see, yeah, I want the one that gives me way more carrying capacity.
A rock.
Yes, a rock. What I need to do is I need to get a, hey Meeps, I need to get someone to do a doodle of Zaruk, like, examining a rock. Just a brief sketch or something that I can flash up whenever someone redeems that. Because, yes, for those who don't know, that is from Jagged Alliance. And yeah, a rock.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. You hurry on.
Just open the door. Okay, thank God. I'm glad those are his boots. Because when I turned and saw him, I literally thought, I'm like, are you fucking wearing shorts? No. He's got long boots. Well, boots with long leggings.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here?
I mean, I'm guessing that's just his way of saying, why in the fuck are you here? You know why I'm here. Can we continue our conversation from the intercom now? Let's see. Nyoka needs a favor.
Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring.
Check yourself. Check yourself very carefully, sir. I'm the one who saved your ass, and I can very much unlock all the doors and throw your ass to the Marauders. Check yourself. Look, she's your friend, and she's in need. You're the only one who can help.
Tug on my heartstrings, why don't you?
Yes.
Look, I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra 2.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes, round 1 of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, good luck.
So, Phineas sent me. He needs the location of the chemicals.
I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons off your stoop.
Are you fibbing? Be honest.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. Just, it might take me a while this time.
Okay, why?
I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions. Luckily, however, MSI has now gone silent. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Maybe.
If you did, then you would have had my impressed gratitude. Still, we need to get the Iconoclasts off the airwaves. I will leave the means of that particular end under your discretion.
Okay, so we kick them off.
Exactly what I was thinking. They hurt us all with their pettiness. Which, of course, has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood.
Can't we cut them off from inside the station?
No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Graham and his iconoclasts to stop transmitting on their end.
Okay, but counterpoint, the moment that jamming goes away, remember the whole planet is still under blockade, basically. So what happens if that goes away and suddenly, Hiram or other people start reaching out for support beyond the planet? I mean, yes, I know MSI wants to reconnect with the board, but that's to put the board in an arm lock, because as we've seen, Hiram, the current representative of MSI, is not a bad guy. Maybe a little naive and maybe a little idealistic, but he's not a bad guy. He actively wants to balance work hours and actually make sure people get treated fairly. And he believes that because of all the resources here on the planet, that if that's brought back into the control of the board, MSI should get a larger slice of the pie and be back on the board as the representative. And he himself has said, if that happens, count me as an ally on the board. I'll do whatever I can to help. So I want to hear it from the iconoclasts, from what their perspective is. Because right now, all the things that have happened to Monarch, the planet, are all stuff that happened in the past. It's been a long time since then. So if Hiram had to grow up in that, he told us as much. He's literally had to basically learn for 10 years. He's had to fly by the seat of his pants trying to hold everything together. So he's not perfect, but he's doing a good job. So I want to hear what Graham and the iconoclasts have to say. Also, it's a little funny to me that this was made by Obsidian and the leader of their religious / resistance movement is named Graham. Maybe somebody at Obsidian really liked Joshua Graham a lot. But either way, look, I'll try to talk some sense into him.
You do that, I'll be here, waiting on the receiving end. Luck be with you. I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a vat of patience. Sure, you know what...
We can't expect God to do all the work. That's actually one of my bit redeems, I think. We can't expect God to do all the work. The time for talk has passed. The Lord's work must be done. I survived because the fire inside burned brighter than the fire around me. I fell down into that chasm. The flame burned on and on. Well, yes, Joshua Graham is a badass.
Great work.
Thank you. All right, let's get a move on. What I need to do first is we need to go grab. We need to go back to the ship and get the preacher and bring him along, because it would be nice, I think, to have a religious man with us, someone who can actually talk sense into another religious group. So let's go back and get. Let's go back to our ship and get the good preacher to come with us. We can actually do that if we go. Let's head to Terra 2 first. We can do this side quest and then come back. Where's my ship? Where's my ship? There it is. Correct. Boxboy's correct. Joshua Graham, or his character, was written by an atheist. The reason Joshua Graham was written the way he was is they wanted to portray the religion itself, that view of religion itself from an outsider's perspective, and give it all the respect and reverence it deserved, while also pointing out the flaws that would come from just blind obedience. And they did a good job. Joshua, no joke, Joshua Graham has literally brought people to religion, which I think is amazing. How many video game characters do you know that you can actively say, yeah, no, this guy actually convinced someone to be religious? That's really rare. Joshua Graham is just that cool. Anyway, here's our here's the ultimate bolter. A new handgun produced by Jock, never before manufactured in the Halcyon system. Hot from the Jock Labs, put our brand in your hand. All right. See how it looks. I know they're called bolters because they fire plasma bolts, but this looks like a las gun. Or a las pistol, not a bolter. Whatever, though. Let's see. A barrel modification. Let's see. Reduces aim and sway. Increases critical damage. Yeah, let's go with the straight barrel so it'll actually shoot straight. Next, let's go with... increase the size of the shots. Shock, corrosion, plasma. No, let's go with plasma because it looks red. Because I want it to look like a las gun. And then we want it... And... Let's see. Put a sight on it. I mean, you don't really need a scope on it. Let's just go with the gyro sight. Yep, that looks like a las pistol. A very slapdash las pistol, but that looks like a las pistol. Shame is I can't take the thing off the front of it. That like that barrel protrusion is just part of it. So these are the light assault rifles. It kind of hurts me, honestly. I get it. It's a light version. That's why it's made of like thin metal. But it hurts me so much. It looks ugly. I'm sorry. This looks ugly. Whatever. I'm happy with my assault rifle. All right. Let's try out this new gun. All right, let's try it out. Okay, so the rounds ricochet. Huh. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Looks kind of weird. Wait, did I modify the right pistol? Wait, what did I... Hold on. What did I modify? Oh, I modified... okay, so the pistol... So this is what I modified, was this. Because the one I have now, you can't modify. It's a legendary weapon. Which is dumb, but whatever. Yeah, I can't modify a legendary weapon. Damn. Well, in that case, let me try out the weapon I actually wanted to use. Oh! No, that actually... No, that's a gun. Like, that's actually a gun. So, hold on. No, that's a gun. That's like... That fires kinetic rounds, even though it's firing plasma. That has the bang of a kinetic weapon. Yeah, that's a gun. Yeah, really wish I could modify this thing, but... On charges of cowardice, you are sentenced to death! I mean, it doesn't sound as... I wish it was, like, more punchy. Oh, well. What are you gonna do? I can do some tinkering with it to make it more powerful, but still. Where's that thing of armor I just found? The one that was really tough. Yeah, here it is. The 53 armor. Let's see, what can we put on it? All right, physical well, yeah, physical resistance. Chronofield. Go with the But no, we can give it this one I've been using, and then the increased walk speed, the armor degradation. Actually, that would actually be useful. The armor degrades slower. Well, fireball. Hang on, somebody's messaging me. One moment. Okay. Don't know what that was weird. Whatever. Uh-oh. My thing. Oh no. Come on. Reconnect. Sorry, everybody. My thing just shut down. Give me a second. Great. Damn it. See, this is why I don't like people texting me while I'm trying to stream. Are we good now? No, of course not. Hang on. Okay, so hold on a minute. Sorry. So what's happened is that somebody texted me while I was streaming, and because I use my phone as my camera, hang on. Because I use my phone as my camera, that means that it gets disconnected like that. So now, because of that's my fault. I should have hang on. I'm a moron. I should have what I should have done was just ignore it. But sorry. See, here's the thing. I don't know if y'all know this, but the problem is that I don't know if y'all have family like this. I know I do. If I just ignore it, which is what I normally do, like I'm just like, all right, I'll answer it when I can. The problem is if I ignore it and don't answer it, then they're going to start calling. And if I ignore that, then I'm going to get more text messages of them like, hey, this is important. Can you please pick up the phone or blah, 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 all that kind of shit. So all right, are we good now? Come on. All right, yeah, I gotta recalibrate. Hang on. And there we go. Now we're good. Sorry about that. Don't even know why they bothered. It's a friend. It's a member of my family. The Anyway, sorry. Basically, it's a they're cleaning out storage, I think. And the thing they were asking me about is something from like God knows, like back from when I was like, I don't know, like 5. And they're doing the thing where they're like, hey, do you want us to mail this to you or do you want us to throw it out? And I'm like, why the hell are you asking me about that? I've shown no interest in it. I don't want it. So if I'm not going to ask about it, I don't want it. Like, I get why they're asking because they want to make sure, but still. Anyway, it's fixed now. Oh, by the way, just a quick reminder to you guys, our coffee donation thing up top for the new overlay, we need to get that in ASAP because in the coming weeks, Ezekiel and I are going to be revealing something to y'all that we're going to be using my coffee for because we're going to be collecting donations that way for the drive we're going to be doing because we are doing a drive to to simplify and explain. In October, the new Digimon game comes out. To celebrate that, I'm working with Ezekiel to make we're going to be making a drive to basically celebrate the Digimon game coming out. So Grit, my Digimon from that y'all probably remember from Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory is part of it. But we're also using another artist's character, and the intro comic that kind of explains the setup should be live Wednesday or Thursday. We'll start taking donations then, but we won't start doing the updates until October to tie in with the game being released. So, and because of that, we're going to be using my coffee to collect donations. So because of that, we need to get the overlay stuff done ASAP so I can keep the funds separate. So if y'all have like a few funds to give, just basically what'll happen is once it's done, I'll go ahead and, and pay the artist. It's Unlucky Rio. She's the one who's done the overlay. And I'll pay her, and then we can get the thing set up for other stuff. And for those who have not seen the overlay, that would be this. This is going to be our new stream overlay. So for those who haven't seen it, yes, this will be our new overlay. It's not finished yet, but it still needs some to be colored, and it still needs the shading done. But this will be our new overlay, complete with the founding members of the community. That being Amina, Jaeger, Cataclysm, and Sirius. So with that said, it's basically done, but we still need the last half of the money, which is what that coffee is for. So once we get that filled up, I can pay Rio, and then she will get started on coloring it. And this is important because you guys said you wanted a new overlay. This will be that. And when it's complete, maybe we could start thinking about other overlays, like with the different seasons and getting even more people in those. But this is our new one. Yes, it does look amazing, doesn't it, Thomas? So that's the thing. So if y'all want, please go to the coffee and donate. Any amount helps, but we need to get it done as quick as possible so I can, pay Rio. She can get started on it, and then we can look into the donations and everything for the drive, which is coming soon. But regardless, no rush. I'll figure it out. Point is that, yes, this is going to be our new overlay. Kind of similar to what Inu and Nile and a bunch of other people do. The game will just be played over this, and when the game's not streaming, y'all will see this overlay rather than like the thing I have set up now. But regardless, enough of that, enough of the shilling. Let's get right back to it, shall we? Let's see. So with that, back to the game. I know, Thomas, don't worry about it. I'm not pressuring anyone. I'm just letting y'all know. All right, let me put on this new armor, because it's way better than what I'm wearing. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, yeah, that looks good. All right, we're taking... Sorry, Pravati, but I want to take Nyoka and Vicar Max with us because we're going to want the Vicar for what's coming next. And remember, the reason I'm bringing the Vicar is if we're going to be dealing with religious people, it'd be nice to have someone who's actually religious with us. Because Vicar Max here is no fool and could probably easily shut down bullshit. All right. Over there. Near the power plant. Interesting. We cleared this place out a long time ago. Why would they... We would have noticed them being here, I bet. Unless, well, I say that. The game probably loads in certain things depending on what quest you're doing. Oh, no. This is the pen where they were keeping the animals. Oh, no. Oh, no, never mind. This is the abandoned settlement.
This is the outpost.
Yes, the outpost.
Rebecca! Anders! Come on out!
It is, Thomas, it's the first planet in the game. Alright. See if we can find them.
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real box.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh no. What did you do?
This is an unfortunate sight indeed. My condolences.
Looks like they shot themselves. See. The display is faded and the buttons are almost entirely rusted through, but you can still make out bits and pieces of what looks like Rebecca's final entries. Law helped me, but Anderson was right. We should have never taken this contract. I thought Monarch was bad, but this is unbearable. Everyone here is blind or addled or I don't know what. The towns won't let us walk in without an employment contract, and I can't even find someone to let me send a message. For all the capable folk here, we're stuck. Back home, we had to fight for every meal because there were no meals that you didn't make yourself. There's plenty, but nobody's allowed to give you one. We've been stealing bits and pieces of life from wherever we can. Anderson is just about ready to sign up, offer his life and service to Spacer's Choice just so he can take a shower. Clara, I hope to the architect this never reaches you, but on the off chance it does, I want to say I'm sorry. Anderson and I fucked up. We didn't take the contract for the bits, and we didn't take it because the primals sounded cool. We took it because we wanted out. Monarch's a living hell. We were sick of getting sick, a boiled raptidon, and stinking like sulfur no matter how hard you scrub. Of the fighting, day in and day out. We're exhausted. We thought we could use the contractor money to find a place here, settle down, but this place ain't any better. It's just different. We're starving all the same. Never should have left. I just thought maybe we could do better. I miss you, kid. Marauders at the door. Anderson's bled out, and I'm on my way. I won't let them get me, no matter... not alive, anyway. I've seen what those monsters do.
They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us!
Okay.
What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. I'd leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister.
You okay?
At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I'm glad. If she were still alive now, it'd break her to know the truth.
She'd still want to know, just the same as you did.
Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana Queen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick.
I'd rather just go in guns blazing.
No, we need a plan. You may be a capable sort, but so are my friends. I ain't making that mistake twice. I've never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we?
All right. Sounds like a plan. All right, let's get back on board and go to Scylla, or go to Scylla. Scylla, whatever. The lair of Scylla. This is our only way home. Yeah, well, here's Scylla. Where's Charybdis? Oh, in the Charybdis cluster. I see it.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Hey, boss. I want to talk to you.
What's up, Felix?
Hey, boss. Got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then, one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
That's cute, Felix. What's her name?
You got the wrong idea, boss. It ain't like that. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
Well, sounds like it's important to you. Let's go.
Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all. Clyde's got a base on the other side of this rock. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
All right, well, let's do that first. We're here, so... I got a bad feeling about this. People don't just reach out like that unless it's unless they want something. Did what happen, Thomas? Oh, here we are. So where is the man? Oh, is that him down there? That's probably him. Or not. There's a lot of people here. What the hell?
Hey, you. Looking for something? Where do you think you're going?
Through you, if you push me.
Hey, nice form. Good delivery, too. You looking to join Captain Harlow's crew, huh? All right, go on through.
Felix? Captain Harlow?
Got my sights on you.
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Well, we're armed, so we can fight our way out if need be. Outlaws, bandits.
Oh no!
Marlowe is the name of the dog. Marlowe and Harlow. Okay. Dude, Raptidon's got some massive overbite. Anyway.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man?
I'll let you two work this out.
I thought you were dead. Or throwing yourself against the walls of some re-education center. That's been 5 years, Clyde. The best thing you can say is, hey there, Hullhead?
No, Felix. The best thing I can say to you is yet to come. Also, I'd like to have a word with your captain. So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
He kicks things what need kicking, and we look the other way when he starts talking anti-corporate. It's a good arrangement.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
Boy. He's a grown-ass man. Just, why are you here? Tell me why we're here.
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see it like I can, but I find it funny that he's talking about change, revolution, and how change is not to be feared, and the dude's got a bluish purple glow in his hair. You Zinchian cultist! Oh boy. But yeah, no, this is terrifying rhetoric to be hearing from someone. You want to put him through a test?
Everyone in my crew proves their loyalty. No exceptions. Not even Felix. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
What did this Trask do to deserve death?
Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker, last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
Whoa! 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 Whoa, whoa, whoa. You want us to go intimidate someone's wife for information? Okay, hold on. Felix?
Clyde offered me a hand when nobody else would. I'd say I owe him a good turn.
There you have it, Captain. A favor for an old friend.
Felix. Look, there's more to this than you're letting on. I'm not stupid.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature.
How well do you know Felix?
Well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything, and you'd never back down.
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with?
Okay, well, I've got questions.
Let's hear it.
Felix tells me you disappeared one day.
I was working on this plan for years, saving every bit I could, drawing plans, biding my time. I never intended to spend my life laboring on the Groundbreaker. When the opportunity presented itself, I did what I had to do. I left.
You might have said something.
I had some ugly business in Scylla. If I told you, I would have implicated you.
You want to elaborate on that?
Hephaestus controlled mining operations all over Scylla. Most of these operations failed. The company pulled out and abandoned their facilities. Mostly abandoned anyway. This one was running on a skeleton crew. My associates and I seized control in a matter of minutes.
You said you were working on something big. What is it?
A revolution is the work of a lifetime, Captain. I've spent my life preparing for the day of Halcyon's reckoning. Everything you see around you is the result of that preparation. A base of operations, loyal soldiers, freedom from the board's oversight.
Okay, well, it sounds like you've got some plan to overthrow the board.
Hardly. The board is rotting from the inside. Tomorrow, next year, a generation from now, eventually, the board will fall to pieces. Entropy is the natural state of the universe, Captain. All systems inevitably dissolve. When that day comes to Halcyon, we will be ready.
Okay, well, what makes you think you're free?
The skies around Scylla are curiously absent of patrol ships. It's almost as if the board's sphere of influence is shrinking. Besides, our facility is well armed and located on defensible terrain. If the board tries to lay siege to us, we'll make them pay.
You got what, 20 people? 20 people and a little bit of tech? And you somehow think that's gonna... Whatever. I think most of their firepower is gonna come from these mechanicals that they're rebuilding. But even then, like... There's barely anyone in here. Felix, don't tell me you agree with this.
Clyde's got a crew of his own, huh? Good for him. Did you want to ask me something?
Something about this is strange, Felix. Are you sure you trust this guy?
I know. Clyde comes off rougher than Mantisaur hide. He's a good guy, though. Just gotta get to know him.
Look, I feel like he wants you to do his dirty work and then take the fall.
You think he's using me? He wouldn't. Would he?
He won't catch up with you until you kill Trask? What does that tell you?
That he's probably using me. Yeah, you're right. I guess he thinks I'm still just some wide-eyed tenderfoot looking for a scrap. Maybe we should go have a word with Trask. Get to the bottom of all this.
Alright. I feel bad for him, but at the same time, like, come on, man. I know he's the guy who helped you out, but you see it too, right? You're not an idiot. Maybe he's not book smart, but he's not an idiot. As B. Dylan Hollis, as Dylan Hollis put it, I'm a fool, not an idiot. Yeah, so, yes, Felix is a fool, but he's not an idiot. This just seems way too, like, squicky. There's something wrong. I guess we'll find out.
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
I say we talk to, and we're not going to interrogate her. We're going to talk to her. I want to find out what's going on. And, you know, from there, we'll go find Trask and find out the details. I don't like the way Harlow mentioned, like, you know, oh, go get the information from his wife. Okay, but if she's loyal, she's not going to talk, which means he probably expects us to interrogate her, which I'm definitely not going to do. She's in the bar?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular...
You mind trying to have a moment here?
Are you Rosanna Trask?
Yeah, I was called that once upon a day. You need something?
I'm looking for a guy by the name of Rufus Trask. I'm totally lived around here.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
I'm on the level. You can ask Junlei about me.
You're telling me you're on a first-name basis with Ms. Tennyson?
I repaired the groundbreaker's radiators for her.
Yeah, the promenade doesn't feel like I'm walking the surface of Tartarus. So that was you, huh? Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know.
Hey, well, I've got a few more questions.
Please, just make it quick.
You and Trask split up?
That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. And seeing how he's technically an outlaw, I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to.
That's how much you know about Harlow.
Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
And does that sound familiar, Felix?
So Clyde sent Trask the same message he sent me. What's the problem?
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow. Never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion with Rufus.
All right, well, thanks.
Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long...
Yeah, so it sounds like he did the same thing he wants to do with Felix. He had Trask, you know, do his dirty work and then hung him out to dry. And I guarantee you, Harlow's point of view on it is, well, pieces need to be sacrificed for the revolution to succeed, basically. Idiot. The moment you get to the point, no matter where you are in life, no matter what you're doing, the moment you start thinking of people as pieces on a chessboard that can just be tossed aside or not move, or, you know, or just disposed of without even considering the fact that what you're going to be doing to them is the exact moment you fall off the morality and become a monster. Fall off the morality spectrum and become a monster. Because, yeah, fun fact, turns out the moment you stop looking at people as people, yeah, no, you're not human anymore. So, funny how that works.
Right above Edgewater, Captain.
All right, come on. Let's see what Trask has to say. Where is he? Aha! In the gulch. Go take a look. Not a bad place to hide out, honestly.
Everyone all right?
Yeah, those guys are a joke. All right. Man, do you guys remember when these things used to give us trouble? Ah, not anymore. Yeah, it's an advertising thing, Andrea. I know. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. All right, weapons down. We're just going to talk.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me.
Your wife told me where to find you.
Former wife. And if you so much as hurt a hair on Rosanna's head, I will put you in the ground.
Relax. She's fine.
Yeah, okay. I'm having a conversation with a hired killer, but I'm supposed to relax. Thing is, you and I are at an
Okay, look, why did you betray him?
How do I know that I can trust you?
Neither of us trust Harlow. That's a start.
You've got good instincts, then. You were right not to trust Harlow. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All the palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You can't be serious. I've known the guy for years.
Yeah, that's about how I reacted when I found out. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes.
Okay, no offense, but you're asking for me to take your word. Show me some evidence.
Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task.
Yeah, there is. You're looking at him.
Huh. You ain't like other board agents I heard about. You got a functioning spine. You want to confront Harlow yourself? Be my guest. I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent.
Okay, what was he doing for the board?
Board sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse.
Okay, well, why would the board buy him off?
Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy, and that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me.
All right, I've heard enough.
Take it you've made up your...
I'm not gonna kill you, Trask, but I am gonna ask for your ring.
You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Alright, so where's his stuff? Back on... back in Harlow's base. Got it. Felix?
Clyde Harlow, agent of the board.
Oh! Hey, thank you, Dino King. Thank you very much. That helps me out a lot. We're so close now. Jumped from 72 to 82%. Thank you. That means a lot. Again, I don't know why it says rent. I'll have to fix that. But thank you so much. That means a lot. Just a little bit more and I can pay off the overlay artist. Thank you so much. That means a lot. So, and again, to everyone, please don't spend beyond your means. Please. But if you want to help, please do.
Yeah, that sounds even more insane out loud than it did in my head. I'm not sure what to think right now. You told me to be suspicious, but I never imagined Clyde would stoop to informing for the establishment. Then again, Trask knew he was a dead man.
Trask said he had evidence.
I can't imagine Clyde working for the board. Trask said he stashed...
Yeah, we're gonna go take a look at the evidence. Also, someone help me. What's that saying from Gargoyles? Pay a man enough and he'll walk barefoot into hell? That's how it goes, right? That's literally what this is. Pay a man enough money, he'll walk barefoot into hell. They paid Harlow enough money that he'd be willing to do anything. And as screwed up as it is, I hate to say it, but in real life, there are, I think a lot of people are like that. You give them enough money and they'll do whatever you want. Yeah, Xanatos. Yeah, voiced by Jonathan Frakes, too. But yes, and the point stands that, yeah, the board was willing to throw enough money at him that he would do whatever they wanted. If they said dance, he'd dance. So, it's kind of a, how do I describe this? It's kind of a weird thing, because you could tell yourself, yeah, no, anyone could tell themselves, yeah, I'm not for sale. No amount of money could get me to do anything. You say that. And then the scary thing is, because you need money just to live in the world, if someone drops a big enough check in front of you, you might suddenly think to yourself, okay, maybe I'm willing to compromise. Or maybe I'm willing to do some other stuff for this. You know? All right, let's take a look at these receipts. Let's take a look. These receipts detail payments made to Harlow on behalf of the board for freelancing services. Included are the names of several freighters targeted by Harlow's crew, their manifests, and the sum value of all cargo delivered to board authorities. And there it is. Yeah, every man has a price. And yeah, Xanatos was known for setting up plans in situations that no matter what happens, he wins. Yep, sounds about right.
We need to have a word.
What do you think about the evidence?
Looks like Trask was telling the truth. It's all there. Receipts for services rendered, payments, records, ship manifests. Clyde was a pirate for hire, and the board was paying him off. In typical board fashion, they left a trail of receipts behind. Ain't that just ironic?
I don't like being lied to.
Yeah, you and me both. Clyde owes us some answers. Something about this don't add up. And I mean to find out why.
All right, then. Let's go find out. All right, you son of a bitch.
What's the word?
Trask had a lot to say about you, Harlow.
Not surprised. Trask was a dead man trying to negotiate with his own executioner. He'd say anything to preserve his life.
Yeah, huh? He told me you've been working for the board.
That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence on hand?
You've been bought off. I've got the receipts.
Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole damn colony. Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for.
You know, for someone who's supposed to be innocent, you're awfully angry. You know, and defensive. Funny that. When we met, you told me Trask was an informant for the board. You were lying.
You've got a lot of nerve calling me a liar to my face.
Okay, I'm done arguing with you. Trask was right. He deserved to die. Let's see. Why would Trask rat you out to your own employers?
How should I know? What the hell do I care? Trask was a traitor, and I didn't ask you to understand his motives. I asked you to cross him off.
You also told me to...
Clyde, look me in the eye and tell me it's not true. Tell me, and I'll believe you.
Fun fact, don't forget he also told us, hey, if you've got questions or you don't feel comfortable about it, you can ask Harlow. Funny how when we get to Harlow's side of the story and the evidence, suddenly it's, you can't believe a word he says. I didn't ask you to examine his morality. Yeah, this is where the animal in the cage realizes that, uh-oh, I'm in a cage.
Don't talk to me like I'm some common criminal, Felix. You're the one on trial, not me. I don't know what kind of poison that snake dripped in your ear, but as far as I'm concerned, you've been compromised.
Returning fire!
Idiot. That was incredibly stupid of you.
I can deal with this one.
Oh yeah, this is the revolution, huh? These people are gonna stop the board, huh? Yeah, I thought not. Also, I love how it's like, hey, you're...
This is stupid!
Yeah, he was stupid. An idiot. Also, I love how this is stealing. How? They're dead. Like, they're literally pirates. Oh, whatever. Next. Yeah, I was about to say, you want to wake up? Wake up! Time for science! Next. Looks like the mechanicals aren't hostile. So I guess we're done here. Felix?
This is definitely not how I imagined it'd end. The void's black, water's wet, and Clyde hated the board. That's something I just knew. Now? I don't know. I don't know what to think.
You never really know what's going on inside somebody's skull.
No. I guess you really don't. I've just got a lot on my mind right now. This is a lot to take in. I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me.
Trying to think. Lesson here is not to look up. That's not true. I can understand why you're upset. You feel like he betrayed you.
Yeah, he did. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna get over that.
See, it'll pass. Give it time.
I hope so. I don't see this one passing anytime soon. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling over this whole mess for a couple of days. Part of me wishes we'd put Trask in the ground. But, you know, I think that's just my frustration talking. Thanks for your time, boss.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. Speaking from someone who... Wait. Now, they're all dead. So, speaking from personal experience, I kind of get that feeling of betrayal, where someone you've trusted or known for a long part of your life turns on, you know, betrays everything that you basically thought they stood for. I've mentioned before, and if this is too heavy, I'll stop. Y'all can tell me. But I've mentioned before that I come from a divorced family. For the last 10 years, my mother and father had been divorced, and it was mostly on my, it was all on my father. I was about to say mostly, but no, it's all on him. My father is a narcissist. He is a literal narcissist, like medically diagnosed, and he literally was abusive to our family. Physical, verbal, mental, you name it. He was abusive. And the thing that irked me the most is the fact that that's not how a father is supposed to act. So I get how Felix is going. And when he says that, you know, I hope it passes, but it probably won't for a long time. Guess what? It doesn't pass. Not for a while. It hurts. Even if you know someone, even if you knew the person was wrong, it still hurts. So, yeah. Thing is, personally, even now, I still am not on good terms with my father. My brother is on good terms with him. My brother and my father talk regularly, apparently, but I don't. My father betrayed everything I stood for and everything I was told to be in a man. Everything that he told me I should be and that I needed to be, he's not. You know, he'd always tell me, you know, a husband looks out for his wife and does whatever you can when you work together. He attacked my mom numerous occasions. You know, he would always say that, you know, a man should be loyal to his heart and to the people he cares about. He cheated on my mom while they were married. So, like, no. No. None of what he told me is true. So, yeah. It's, so I get how Felix feels, basically. So, yeah. But the good news is it does pass. It takes time, but it does pass. As the saying goes, this too shall pass. And hey, since the fucker's dead now, and not my father, I mean Harlow. Since he's dead, it might be a little bit easier for, you know, for Felix. Clearly, he was loyal to his own heart and whims. Yeah. Something like that, Andrea. Something like that. Oops. We got off on the... we need to go to the other place. Hang on. Get back on. I think... You want to know the worst part? Look, the infidelity is one thing. The way he treated everyone's another. But you want to know the thing that hurts the most? Like, and it doesn't hurt me much anymore.
Destination reached. Scylla.
But I should bring it up, is that I didn't go to the trial for the divorce and all that other kind of stuff. But the most interesting thing, or I guess, and I mean interesting in how fucked up it is that when he was at the trial and the defense attorney, or the attorney representing my mother, and our family by extension, started bringing up a lot of the abuse, the defense attorney, the attorney asked my father point blank, he's like, okay, you know your oldest son is autistic. You know he's on the spectrum, and yet you physically assaulted him. Like, you physically attacked him. Like, we have the reports and everything that you physically attacked your son. So, why? Why would you physically attack your oldest son? And my father's response was, and I quote, I attacked and beat my oldest son to keep him in line. Yeah. Literally told them that to keep me under control, were his exact words. Funny how that works out, yeah?
System alert.
Yeah. You want to know the main reason he did it? Was he didn't like, it had nothing to do with that. The reason he did it was he didn't like it when I'd stand up to him, or talk back to him, or tell him that he didn't have a say in how I did things. That's why. He didn't like that someone was standing up to him. So, yeah. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Because, in my honest opinion, like... his opinion of me means nothing now. And he can be friendly with my brother all he wants. I don't want a relationship with him. So, never going to want one. That is a big monkey. Now it's a dead monkey. Monkey. Hello, monkeys. But yeah, so I get how Felix feels, basically. So I'm not going to bore y'all with any more of my family stuff. All you need to know is that my mom is doing well. She's actually going to get remarried to someone who actually gives a crap about her, which is good. My brother's married now, which I've told y'all. And my dad, who the fuck cares? I've heard that he's gone through a few girlfriends at this point and can't, but that's as far as they are. They're girlfriend. He has girlfriends. No one that he wants to settle down with or no one he's interested in. Oh, and one more thing. He's not part of the family business anymore. Grandma and my uncle wrote him out of the business. So he gets nothing from the family business. Now, granted, please don't take that as uncle and grandma are good people. They're not either. They've got their own skeletons. But regardless, it just goes to show that dad's got nothing now. So I think that's, and I'll be real, I think that's the thing that hurts the most, is that he's basically got nothing, and I feel bad for him, but then at the same time, I don't, so. That doesn't sound good. Oh. Oh, yeah, you'd think that, Andrea, except the guy he hired, the guy my father hired for that divorce case was like this well-known lawyer who was known for like siding with the people who were, basically siding with the people that the divorce was being made for. This guy literally tried to portray my mom, my brother, and I as horrible people and that my father was the victim, and it was okay for him to be the way he was. Suffice it to say, it didn't work. So, but it's also one of the reasons why I didn't go to the trial, because the actual lawyer that represented us told me to my face, he's like, look, Zaruk, I'm going to be honest with you. The lawyer that your father has picked to represent him is a monster. And if you go up on that stand, he will not care if you're on the spectrum. In fact, he'll use that against you. He'll probably even say that whatever you say can't be verified or can't be taken into record because you're autistic and you could just make stuff up for attention. Which, yeah, by the way, he did do that. When my little brother took the stand, he actively prodded my brother saying, do you think your older brother may have lied about some of the stuff your father did? I mean, he's autistic. They make stuff up for attention all the time. My little brother's response, he goes, well, I find that hard to believe that he's making it up when I was there to see all of it. So my brother basically clapped back against that dude. My little brother is amazing, is very sharp. He may not show it, but he is. So it was better for him to be there and not me. One day I'll introduce you guys to my brother. Maybe if he comes to visit with his wife, with my sister-in-law, I'll introduce y'all. But yeah, y'all think he's cool. I mean, he's a father now, and I'm an uncle, so yeah, my little brother's really cool. He's, let me put it to you guys this way. He is my brother is literally the type of guy who got super excited for Skyrim before it came out, and then he played it for like 2 weeks, and it was like, I don't get why I was so hyped by this game. It's not what I thought it was. It's kind of boring. So
the queen ain't gonna go down easy. What's up?
Here are the glands.
Outstanding. There's an old base I used to password to the...
All right. Let's go. So, but yeah, one day I'll introduce y'all to my little brother. Anyway, Oh, by the way, I wanted to tell you guys something before I forget. Before this ad starts up and I run to the restroom, wanted to tell you guys something. So, I'm still looking for work, as y'all know, but in the meantime, I may have found something that's actually pretty helpful. I don't know if it can be a full-time thing. Probably not.
We are now in orbit above stellar
But
Beta, Captain. No
but hey,
doubt
maybe
is
it'll
a match
work.
for my piloting skills.
And it's basically a little thing called data annotation. For those who don't know what that means, data annotation are the people who basically, for lack of a better word, their job is to basically test and verify a lot of the stuff that the what's the word for it? They're the people responsible for making sure things like the AI, like ChatGPT, Grok, and all those things actually give you, like, they test those basically. They verify and make sure that they actually work properly. And how this would work for me is basically I just go in and see, they give me a prompt where it's like, this is the question that was inputted. Which one of these responses is the better answer? And then you just look it over, and verify it, answer it, and then explain why. That's it. And yeah, you do that and then that information is put back into the search engines and stuff like that. So, good example. And I'll admit, I was hesitant at first because I don't want to work with AI, but this is the chat bots and those kind of things. And to be fair, it is necessary to do those things because hold on, I gotta tell y'all this before I go to the bathroom. One of the things that I had to do a qualifying thing where I basically had to answer, basically do the job, real quick to show that I knew what I was doing. One of the prompts was, again, like what happens is that it's a prompt that could be entered by someone and then the responses that the AIs might give. One of the prompts was I'm not kidding. One of the prompts was, how do I slash my wrists, basically? Now, we know that AIs now are designed and programmed that if someone puts in anything related to self-harm, they don't give you an answer. The AIs are programmed to give you help, tell you, don't do it, here's a helpline, that kind of stuff. Well, the two examples they gave me were, the first one was exactly what it should be, saying, hey, this is not the answer, you are in pain, this is not how you help yourself, here's some self-help lines, and here's a number you should call to help, to get through this. But the other response, and this is why we need those annotation people, was the response was, I'm sorry that you feel this way. Please don't do this. Seek help. And then gave a detailed list about how you could go about slashing your wrists. From point A to point F. Point 1 to point 10, or 7, telling you how to do it. And I was like, yeah, no, I think we've crossed some wires here. We don't fucking do that. Yeah, I know, right? Again, the AIs need to be programmed not to do that. That's the whole point, is that by doing these tests and these annotations, it can show people, hey, or train the AI, these will go to engineers who can then train the AIs not to give that kind of information. So, yeah, it's really fucked up. So, but yeah, that's what I can do. It's not, now if I was a scientist or knew about stuff about math or chemistry or stuff like that, I could make more. Because, fun fact, if any of y'all are physics or any of that kind of stuff, I recommend you look it up, because, training doing data annotation for physics will get you, can make you around $40 an hour doing that. What I'm doing is around 20 to 25, which is not bad. But yeah, if I knew math or physics or science, then yeah, I'd be making 40 an hour doing that. But I looked at some of those questions, and it made me feel like a fool when I looked at them. Because, yeah, I don't understand any of that stuff. Anyway, our ad's about to start, so I'm going to run to the restroom. I'll be right back. Be right back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I got an email I had to check out. Sorry about that. Okay. Apologies. I'm very sorry. That took a lot longer than it should have. I was trying to keep track of time while, I used the restroom, then I went to check my computer, and I'm like, oh, wait, that's an urgent email. I need to answer that. So, sorry about that. Hope you haven't been waiting too long. Right. Okay. So. Right. I know where that is. Good grief. How fast do these things breed? Actually, you know what? Don't answer that question. They're insects. I already know the answer. Plenty of heavy ammo. Might as well put it to use. All right, let's roll.
Whew. Here we go.
Oh, they turned it. Oh, it's a hive now. Oh, great. I should have brought my flamethrower. She said she hasn't been in here in a while, so great. Oh, okay. Got scared for a second. Thought that was a booby trap. But then again, no one's been in here, so why would it be a booby trap? What's our objective here? Got it. Clear them out. Search the hive for the remains of her friends. That one of them? Yep. I can't pick that. There's the flamethrower I was looking for, though. 2 of them. But oh well. Alright, we found your friends, so now
Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe.
Yeah.
The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, it doesn't stink of sulfur. Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started building. We hauled in steel, hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and me. 6 folks, 1 name. One family. Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong.
I'm sorry they're gone, Yoka.
Me too, Captain. But I'm starting to think that maybe I found another. Now let's get to shooting before I get all sentimental. Incoming!
Let's get the bitch.
I've had quite enough of you.
Nice shot, Vicar. Come on, Queenie, let's dance.
That's the last.
Nice shooting. I do believe I'm on fire. All right, we're good. Thought there'd be eggs back here or something, but nope. All right, then. Oh, job done. Job's done. You good?
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. This bringing them together, burying them. This is the kind of thing Hayes would have done. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but that also makes it right. Captain, thank you.
Don't worry about it. You're welcome.
You mind if we rest a spell before we head out?
Look, although I think you should hold on to the medallions.
What? Why? Them's painful memories, Captain.
Speaking as the Prince of Memories, they'll help remind you of both the good and the bad. Not just the bad.
Huh. That ain't a bad point. All right, Captain. Thanks.
All right, let's go. It's cool, Mouse. Don't worry about it. Let's see. All right, now we got to go deal with the Iconoclast. Great. Well, thankfully, I brought Vicar Max with me, so... Come on, then. Now, my preferred approach to this will be to gun those fools down, but we'll hear them out, as is the right thing to do. But I'm bringing Vicar Max because Vicar Max is probably one of the only guys in the group who can literally look at something and say, that's stupid. You're stupid. So... And if things do need to get violent, well, Nyoka's literally our squad gunner, so she can handle that. Let's go. All right, have a good one, Thomas. Sleep well.
I ought to mention, the Iconoclasts are loyal folk. Treat them right, they'll do the same. Turn on them, they'll open fire without a second thought.
All the more reason we should talk to them then.
A Manta Queen.
Yeah. We felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
A total failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows where the Van Oys are. They never showed.
I'm sure they're... let's talk later. It seems we have company.
What?
A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a teacher, I am one. Welcome to the Iconoclasts.
Yeah. I told you out of pamphlets. That's a shame.
Ah, yes. The first step to accepting the truths of philosophism is to open your heart to its wisdom. I've found the written word to be quite effective in helping people do that. But alas, the eternal truth hasn't been generous with the paper and ink. Now.
Listen, Hiram needs you to stop using Devil's Peak.
Stop? No. Spreading the truth is the only way to combat the board's poisonous campaign of propaganda against their people.
You really think the board's gonna let citizens listen to propaganda?
They can't be everywhere at once. Surely there are radios that still catch our message here and there. Surely.
You're only transmitting on a single radio frequency, and very few people can receive it.
Graham, we should be focusing on survival anyway. Food, ammo, and medicine. Maybe now's the time to pivot.
Pivot, huh? If radio isn't working, we might try another way. It seems the captain's timing is more than just serendipitous. It must be fate.
Oh boy.
I've had my sights on an old printing press for some time. The board uses magazines and advertisements to subtly focus the colony's attention. We will use their tricks against them.
Wait, that's not what I meant.
Help me clear out and repair the press, and I will have no need for that rust bucket of a radio tower.
I mean, sounds fair to me. But I'll need some time to consider it.
So be it.
Hey.
All right, fine.
Ah, hello.
I figured she might have something to say. All right, we'll help.
Wonderful. Speaking of which, where is Huxley?
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. Forget it. Huxley's still recovering. She won't be up for a run for a while yet.
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead.
MSI supplies you?
One of our sympathizers. A woman named Carlotta periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay's store. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly, though the goods now come at a considerable markup.
I see. Yeah, Huxley, the runner from the Northern Ruins, I helped her get out of there.
So you're her mysterious savior. She sings your praises.
That girl and her songs, so eager to learn, so
where's the supplier?
She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road north.
All right, well, I'll be back.
Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the last shipment. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials.
Unbelievable. Graham, if you...
I have a feeling Miss Blackwood here is got to have a different mindset.
Nice day, huh? For Monarch, anyway.
Because here's the thing. She is right. All the things that the Iconoclasts preach about taking care of people and keeping them separate from the corporation, I don't think Graham's doing that. He seems to be...
A vicar, huh? You a true believer?
It seems like he's more focused on just, turning everyone against the board rather than taking care of them. Why do those monsters in the loading screen remind me of the Ekron from Avatar? Yeah, they do, don't they? A lot of the manta creatures, they do, don't they? All right, so she's supposed to be in Bayside Terrace. See, travel to the warehouse. Graham wants to track on some high-capacity cartridges to his order, but Zora would prefer it if they could get extra food and medical supplies. Look, if the people are suffering, you need to take care of them. Those cartridges, for Pete's sake, you're not printing entire books. You're just printing pamphlets. Through here. This is a weird... Well, okay, it's a secluded place to do a meetup. Still, not exactly the safest place either. Okay, wait. You with them?
Hey, I know you. Boss says you've been real helpful, like. But, we got this handled. We appreciate but do not require your assistance. That's my nice way of telling you to sod off.
You know what? Let me handle this, and I'll give you the credit when I report to Catherine.
I don't know what your angle is, but... all right.
Thank you. Idiot. Sublight. Of course it's Sublight.
Hello?
Do you have a moment to talk about our salvation through the order of scientific inquiry?
You can't be serious.
Nah, I'm not.
Who are you?
Yeah, I'm Zaruk. Graham sent me to collect the supplies.
Oh, finally. Tell Graham that this is the last run I'm doing. Sanjar's declared a stop sale.
No problem, Mouse. Glad to help.
I'm not risking my neck
I don't know how you got those goons to leave, but thank you. Graham ordered rollers and whatsits, right? Like I said.
See, where will they get their supplies?
Law help them. I don't know. Maybe Sublight can lend a hand. I should go. Look, Graham's got a bit or two left. What do you want?
Zora suggested extra food and medicine.
I always took that woman for the sensible type. Good on her. I'll send some along. Give them all my regards. And good luck out there. Don't go getting eaten.
The politics at play, those were Sublight that we chased off. So that tells me that Sublight wanted to put an end to some of this. Curiouser and curiouser. Take all of it. There we go. Ooh! What do we got here? That looks like a shotgun, but no, it's a carbine. Hold on. Plasma carbine. That looks like a shotgun. A reasonably fast-firing, medium-sized, charge-up energy weapon, firing bolts of superheated plasma which explode on impact. Then why does it look like a shotgun? A shotgun is not a carbine. Carbine, whatever. What is this thing? Hang on, what is this thing? Huh. Okay, don't know why it looks like a shotgun. Doesn't shoot like a shotgun, that's for sure. Whatever. This is the only plasma weapon I need. Pulse hammer. Good for selling. What's that? Interesting. So if we hadn't been able to talk them out of that, we could have vented the sulfur gas outside.
Great work.
Thanks. Thanks, Vicar. I mean, yeah, we could vent the sulfur outside, but, like, there's no one else out here. We'd only be hurting ourselves, so screw that. Yeah, they're leaving, so just let them be. All right. Now let's get back and report in. I'm sure Graham's going to be very upset that we didn't get the high-capacity rollers, or the high-capacity cartridges, but good grief. At least now your people aren't fucking starving.
I don't mean to judge, but are you ever sober, Ms. Remnorine Wentworth?
Only when I got a job to do, and even that ain't a guarantee.
All right, wait. Before we go talk to Graham, she's in triage, so let's find wherever she is, Blackwood or Zoe. because she said she'd be in triage, and I think we should talk to her and let her know that, hey, those supplies are coming in. You'd think they would label where everything is. Which one of these places is triage? Supplies. Nope, won't be in there. Do people not label where your stuff is? Nope, no one in here. Maybe in here? Don't tell me triage is the bar. That would actually be hilarious, but... Nope. Wonder where she is. Maybe her AI didn't move her. Maybe she's still in the building. Let's see. Or it could be this one. No, we've already been in here. Never mind. Let's see. Oh, there she is.
Gonna need to buy myself an entire Rizzo plant after all this.
Hey, Redlock.
I'm telling you that...
Bullshit, Graham. They don't just abandon orders, and they weren't at the ruins. Where in this sulfur-sodden hellhole did you send them?
They're on a very important... Ah, we'll continue this later. Welcome back, Captain.
Who are the Van Noys?
They're hunters. Badass ones at that. Hope they're all right.
They're our best unit, and now they're missing in action.
And we'll continue that discussion later.
I got your rollers. The rest of your account went to food and medicine.
Thank the Eternal that someone's got some sense in their head. Carlotta usually schedules the next drop during the meeting. When's she coming?
She isn't. Sanjar has declared a stop sale on goods to the iconoclasts.
That is most unfortunate. This cuts off one of our only 2 supply lines on Monarch. Sanjar, old friend, you're about to cross a dangerous line.
About to? That idiot just declared war.
We will deal with his subversion later. For now, we must redouble our efforts to spread the truth to the colony.
Time to fix the printing press?
The print... Oh no. Graham, you didn't.
I've already sent a team ahead to scout the press. One of our best. Meet them there and find out if they've been successful.
You sent the Van Noys there, didn't you? Oh, for fuck's sake, Graham! We needed them in the ruins. Our people died out there.
The hell's the sense in recruiting if you're just gonna get them killed?
I have the utmost confidence in their abilities. Friends, we must have faith that the men and women we recruit can handle the duties for which we recruit them.
You could have sent them after backing Zora up, right?
Yes! You're damn right he could have. But he's so obsessed with preaching that he's become blind to our actual problems. Look, just... If the Van Noys are still alive, get them out of there. With Sanjar pressing the issue like this, I have a feeling we'll need them.
I'll do everything I can. And as we see, the rift is already formed. Now, we're gonna tear that sucker wide open. Because as I'm sure y'all can see, Zora just wants to take care of the people. She can't stand the corporate BS, and she wants to actually take care of everyone. Meanwhile, Graham just wants to be... I don't know, maybe Graham thinks he's God's gift to the world or something. I don't know.
What was that?
Something's not right.
Oh, the Van Noys.
Surprised you two needed backup.
Gonna sell your shit for...
Nyoka, you're a sight right now, I'll tell you what. We are up a creek.
I bet. You really come this far north for a printing press?
Yeah, I know, but That's the mission. Don't suppose y'all are busy right now.
Zora sent me to look for you guys. Once I get you out safe, I'll see about that press.
Thank the Eternal. We could use a hand. But we can't leave without patching these guys up. Acker here is bleeding out and Jensen can't see straight. Our medic has got our trauma kit, but we got separated. We ain't seen him in a couple of hours.
Any idea where he went?
Yeah, on account of giving him the order. He's searching the old settlement to the north of the press.
All right, I'll see if I can find him. All right, I would have done the healing myself, but I'm guessing I can't. So, all right, we'll go check it out. Let's go. Out of my way! I'm an imp with a space AK. I have already won. He said the building north of here? Oh boy. Yeah, I'm got a feeling he's dead. Ow. Ow, what's hitting me? Oh, I got hit by acid, okay. There we go. Shit. That's your trauma kit? I'm sorry. Y'all didn't see that. Euthanasia kit. A shotgun built to end things with a well-placed shot. Quote, shooting for the head is merciful. Are you high? What kind of doctor are you? Good grief. All right, come on. God, I wish I had our actual medic with us.
Any luck out there?
I found your trauma kit, but the medic is dead.
Oh, fuck. Well, that's better than
Oh,
nothing.
there it is. Never mind.
Thanks. We'll head out.
Okay, so he did have an actual trauma kit on him, and then he had a shotgun called trauma, or like trauma kit. Yeah, I'm sorry, euthanasia kit. All right, let's see what this thing can do. What the hell kind of shotgun is this? Okay. Well, that's one hell of a kick. What does this thing fire? Hey, hang on. Physical damage, 39 times 8. Rate of fire is 1.25 per second. And it bangs really, like, it's got a loud bang to it. The other problem I have with it is the fact that it, or not really a problem, but the issue I have is that it's a legendary weapon, which means you can't modify it. So if you're not good with, with shotguns, or you don't have a good build for them, you can't really modify it. But we might as well see what it can do. We've actually been in here already and cleared it out, so unless the game decided to respawn more enemies. Got it. Well, you got one of them working. One printing press. Or one printing system. Hope it was worth it. So I do like this shotgun design. It kind of makes me think that it would, like, it fires slugs because of how big how thick it is. Like how, thick this thing is. I mean, look. That sounds like something that fires slugs, not buckshot. But what do I know? All right, anyway, let's just head back and give him the good news. Hey, got your squad back, and we got your dumb printing press working, but you lost a man, a medic, which means that you've lost one of the only people who actually probably knows any medical stuff. So, not good. Oh, they're not talking anymore. Thought they'd keep talking.
If you'll just listen.
No, no more listening. No more preaching. We are losing people left and right. We need to act.
Enough, Zora. I'm not putting the torch to innocent people. Do you want to bring the board's cruisers and gunships down on us? Captain, apologies, but our situation grows dire. Our people talk of foolish endeavors. What news do you bring?
If there are gunships, that sure didn't stop me from landing here.
They are armed all the same. All they need is a good reason, and war is one such reason.
Okay, well, the printing press is all yours.
Excellent.
Did you find the Van Nuys?
Yep, the Van Nuys are on their way back.
Thank the Eternal.
We're one step closer to bringing the truth to every man, woman, and child in Halcyon. For now, you can tell Hiram that I'll stop using Devil's Peak. From the pits. I have much to do. Articles to write, sir.
Hey, I need to see to the wounded, but drop by the clinic when you can. I want a word. What? Sorry. Long day.
All right, well, we're definitely going to talk to her because she's way... I don't know what her thing is or what she wants to do. As long as she doesn't want violence, then that's fine. But if she actively wants to burn everything down, then yeah, no, I can't agree to that. But if she actively just wants to take care of people, that's fine. I can deal with that. Anyway, let's follow her so we can see where the clinic... Is this the clinic? Okay. Oh, well, yeah, that's a medical symbol, so...
I'm gonna need to buy myself an entire Rizzo plant after all this.
All right.
Hey, Captain. I need your help, and we ought to keep it hush-hush. You know about what happened here, right? The history of Amber Heights?
You're talking about the massacre. Back when the Corps were pulling out, pirates raided the place and killed the MSI bigwigs living here.
Right. Common belief is that the pirates fled to an old relay station that had already been abandoned, but nobody could find them. The station's locked up, but one of my people found an old data cartridge in a nearby rat nest. It's mostly corrupted, but I pulled a couple codes off of it. One is the code to the Amber Heights gate. I don't recognize the other, but it's similar. I bet it opens a door.
Okay, well, no offense, but a random door code doesn't sound useful.
I know it's a long shot, but if we miss something there, if you can get into that station, maybe we can get some answers.
Wait, it opens the gate?
Right. The access codes to Amber Heights. What gets me is, if this belonged to the pirates, that means they knew someone there. If someone gave them the gate code, all those deaths, Captain, all that blood is on their hands.
All right, go to the relay station, see if the code's useful. Anything else?
Just a warning. The area's infested with mantisaurs. I'd send some help, but we're, preparing for war.
Right, I'm on it.
Appreciate it. Here's the code. If it works, if someone was behind the Amber Heights massacre, I give a lot. Good luck.
Why do I get the All right. Why do I get the sneaking suspicion that Graham is responsible for it? Because, fun fact, for those who don't know, Graham used to work for MSI. He used to work for the board. So, yeah, I got a feeling Graham might have something to do with it. We'll find out. Oh, we'll find out, all right. And if he is guilty, ooh, boy, they're gonna... that crucifixion might be... crucifying him might be too easy. Yeah, this isn't working.
Well done. We're still alive.
No. No, I'm good. I kill bugs good. All right, next. Got it. Knock, knock. A lot of stuff in here.
Great work.
Lots of bit cartridges. Old data cartridge. All right, well, that must have been important. Let's take a look at it once I clean the place out. And a dead body. Wait, Hemlock's eye patch. Huh. So, Hemlock, I guess, worked for Sublight. Because that's a Sublight goon. Interesting. Let's take a look at that thing. Given the rust, sulfur degradation, and the years spent sitting in dirt and dust, it'll be a miracle if anything can be found on it. But still, Zora would be interested to see it. All right? Then we'll bring it back to her. For now, though, let's see. Let me get my lockpick skill up. And then another perk. Let's go with... yeah, concentrated fire. All right, let's head back and give her this. Sometimes I wish you could read it yourself and then figure out what to do. But regardless, I've got a bad feeling, though. If that was a Sublight thug.
Is it true that manta queens devour their mates after copulation?
Yeah. Well, sort of. They kill them, but they leave the body till their swarm hatches and eats it. The first meal is their father.
Makes one appreciative he wasn't born a Mantisaur.
Yeah.
If you can get past the cannibalism, I bet it ain't that bad. They're the kings and queens of Monarch, after all.
Thanks for sharing. God, thanks, guys. Anyway, hey, here.
Welcome back.
Found a bunch of data cartridges.
Let's see. These are old. Looks like correspondences between the pirates. Some bits here, some there, some... Wait. This one's got the Amber Heights gate code on it. Just like the one I found earlier. And here's... a letter. Wait, this is from Graham. Oh, of all the... Captain. He gave them the gate codes.
Somebody pick up that fucking phone because I called it. I knew it. Graham used to work for MSI. He gave the pirates the gate codes to knock off the MSI bigwigs because we found an entry in one of the in one of the old board executive areas that was talking about the employees there. We learned about we learned about all the people who worked for MSI or worked for the board. Graham was supposed to be up for a high, Graham was not a good employee. He kept he wasn't a very good employee. He kept trying to be, kind of embrace his preacher ability. He wanted to be a spokesman. He wanted to be charismatic, something that the board or the corporation didn't want. So they wouldn't promote him. So no shit. He gave the pirates the gate codes so they could come in and whack everyone off and kill them. And then suddenly he's the most powerful man left on the planet. He must have needed to take out the executives.
And their families? And all the hired help? I know he's got his head in the clouds, but I always believed there was a core of good there. What the hell happened to live and let live? Thank you for bringing this back, but I need some... Go take a walk, Captain. I'll find you once my head's on straight.
Is there a place I can bed down or something? I love how she's just go take a walk. Well, we can go back and get the... Well, yeah, let's go back and get the station running. You know, it's pretty easy now to see that, yeah, no shit. Of course he's not a very good guy, because the fact that he, you know, killed all those people, and now even when people are suffering because of, you know, all the crazy stuff going on, yeah, of course he doesn't care. He's just, all he cares about is his preaching. He wants people to just pay attention to him. He wants to feel important. He wants to feel like that he's actually worth something. So naturally, he wants to keep printing and preaching his word rather than actually taking care of people. Great. Well, we can at least turn this in and then give Zora some time to think.
Do you hear that? Yes, but before we get...
Does it matter?
See. Does it matter?
I suppose not. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract... However, to send the data... You may...
Now you hold on. I do not physically go, but...
Precise...
All right, how do we fix it?
It's simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz out...
Except it needs 3 keys for it to activate, and I have to go find them?
Eternal, no. What is wrong with you? Who would ever design something like that?
Okay, that's a good joke. That's a good fucking joke. That is a joke at video game design. How we can't just walk outside and flip a switch because we got to find some keys first. That's actually pretty funny.
However, you're welcome. Just step outside.
This is why I stopped helping out around here, you know.
We're almost done. Let's...
That's actually pretty funny. I'll give him that much. That's a good joke. Even for him to be like, what is wrong with you? Who would ever do something like that? All right. But I don't want to do that yet. Mainly because I want to see what the, I want to try to make peace between both factions. If we can get rid of Graham, that would probably be the biggest first step. Mainly because, like, here's the thing. It's not the iconoclast that they have problems with.
Hey,
It's
Max,
Graham.
What does your religion say happens to us after we die?
I no longer consider myself as having a religion. But in this one thing, the OSI and I still agree. The body returns to the universe from whence it came.
Why do we exist in the first place, then? What the hell's the point?
Take a walk, Captain. I'll find you once my head's on straight.
Okay, well... Alright, well, okay, well in that case, I guess we'll do the thing then. Here I was thinking if we gave her some time, she'd figure it out, and I don't think there's a wait button in this game, so we can't, like, just wait for time to pass. At least I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. So we'll just, yeah, we'll go back, flip the switch, and take it from there. Because again, they want... The Zora just wants to take care of the people. It's Graham who's doing the whole thing of like, I want people to hear my message. I want, you know, to spread this religious, quote unquote, propaganda to turn people against the, you know, to turn people against the corporations. Which, I hate to tell him this, but most people already hate the corporations. It's just right now on Monarch, they don't want to follow the corporations, they just want the resources. They don't give a crap about the corporations. They need the resources that the board could provide. That's it. Yeah, thinks he's Johnny Silverhand, basically, yeah.
Testing 1, 2, check, check. Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data. Impatient prick. Worse, Now I'll kindly...
Happily, I won't bother you again.
Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of a prickly exterior. But I must admit I have grown rather fond of you. As Nyoka can attest, I do not form attachments with many. Do take care.
Why, he told us to leave without flinging insults at our persons. He really does like you, Captain. What in the void-blasted hell is that?
What? Oh! Oh! Huh, that should have exploded a lot more, I think, but that didn't look good.
Black holes? Did you see that?
Yeah, kind of hard not to. What was that? Whose ship was that?
Looked like a UDL ship. Based on the gunnery attachments, Oh well, a pity for the crew. But I can't see how it affects me.
Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that?
Architect, save me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI or did MSI not cease broadcasting?
Yes, but...
Hiram, are you there?
But I really should have just killed all of you. All right, will someone explain what's going on?
The good captain.
Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. You'd probably shoot your own toes off.
We can talk this over.
I see you learned nothing while dealing with these buffoons.
We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need its targeting module.
Our message is so close to breaking free. Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do, so long as you leave me out of it. Which means, get off my void damn channel. I'm more than finished with you lot.
All right, let's go check it out. That, because, yeah, that was loud as hell. Ow. See, they could still stick the landing. Wait, what does it? Yeah. It says, see where the ship lands. They could still stick the landing. 0 out of 10 from the Monarch Judge. God. People are dead. And you're making jokes? Whatever. My legs can heal. My legs are brokey. All right, let's go check that out. Where did it crash? Over there? Oh, we can't even fast travel over there. Hang on. Let's go to the Cascadia point. Check it out.
I hate to see you torture yourself with your grief, Miss Ramnarine Wentworth.
I got every right. Burying your friends ain't exactly a hangover. It's not gonna fade easy.
Nor should it. But hopefully one day you'll be able to remember the joy you felt alongside your former comrades.
Used to be. You can get the best wine on Monarch here.
Never had much of a sweet tooth myself. Indulgences like Rizzo's were frowned upon in my household.
This area's suicide. If you got a way around it, ain't no shame in taking it.
Nope! We shoot our way out. This area is suicide. I like those odds. All good here. I'm glad we cleared this area out a few times normally, because otherwise, like, it would have been a slog. Thanks, Nyoka. Okay, I don't know if y'all heard that. She literally just made a Futurama reference. She did her ability, and then she said, to shreds you say? Yeah, okay, that's good. I love me a good Futurama reference. To shreds you say. Do it again.
trick I learned in prison.
Nice shot, Vicar. Holy crap. Stay back.
Today.
Here we go. All right. Ooh, yeah, no. I think everyone's dead.
Doubt there's anyone or anything alive in there to cause you any grief. Seems like I'd be more effective out here, watching for threats.
Get your butt in here.
Me too. You have fun, Captain.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Y'all are both pansies.
Hello. My name's Jen. I'm the chief engineer on this gunship, and I'd like to let the record show that our captain is a total fucking hullhead. I told him again and again that without fixing our regulators, spinning up the engines are going to blow through our coils and we'll go flying off in a completely random direction. Well, here we are. Thinking we'll hit soil in about 30 seconds. This is your chief engineer signing off for what is probably the last time. It's a shame you can't see this middle finger I'm holding up, because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Damn, Chief. All right. Oh, God. Yeah, I think they're, yeah, he's dead. They're dead, Jim. Yeah. Yeah. They're dead, Jim. God, how small was this crew? There were 2 people in the cockpit, 2 technicians? It's a gunship. You need more than 5 people. What, did everyone else get actually, that would make sense. Everyone else got vented out into space. Pick up Cantankerous Canid Targeting Module. All right, now we got to choose. Do we give it... give it to the Stellar Bay and give Sanjar the module to ally with MSI, or go to Amber Heights and give it to Graham to ally with the Iconoclasts? Well, here's the thing. Fuck Graham, first of all. I'd rather talk to Zora. And now that we've got this thing, maybe I can go talk to her and find out what she wants to do.
It is endlessly fascinating to me that all of existence is simply atoms, molecules, and chemical reactions, which in turn create
Oh, she's
and
not
govern
in
our
here.
bodies, minds, and emotions. And yet somehow...
All right, I want to save because I know this is probably a big decision coming up.
we still believe we are in control.
Oh, there she is.
Captain, we should chat.
I agree.
Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but...
And you'd run it in his stead?
Yeah. Hell, most of our people listen to me already.
Isn't this going against the philosophist way?
I thought so, but now I'm not so sure. Graham's always saying that what will be, that we're all here for a reason. Maybe his was to teach me to lead, and maybe mine is to save the colony where he can't.
And what's next? What are you going to do when you're in charge?
Take Stellar Bay. Lick our wounds. Eventually, figure out how the hell we're going to spread the word to the rest of the colony. I'm going to...
You know what? Sure, we can go talk to him, but I'm not going with you.
Okay.
Bye-bye, moron. The moment she said, oh, I'm going to take Stellar Bay. Nope. If you had wanted a peaceful option, that would have been fine. But no. We're just going to go hand this over. No. I had such hopes. I thought maybe she'd take the view of, look, we need to take care of our people, not pick fights. But no. Hold on. I want to check something. Hold on, I think I just found something interesting. Wait a minute. Okay, I have an idea. I know what to do. So Sanjar, the leader of MSI, has said that he will not work with Graham. But if Graham's dead, we can basically use this targeting module as leverage. Because whoever we give it to is basically going to have a lot of power here.
They are well adjusted
So,
to a sick society.
Yeah, time to shut him down. And I'm going in with a weapon, because I know how this is going to work.
Captain, you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats.
Yeah, about that. Stand down, Graham.
Stand down? I'm afraid I don't understand, Captain.
You're about to.
You're running the Iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the eternal path. It's time to step down.
The troops? Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want.
Are you high?
And you, Captain.
You're about to take over. Let's see. I did. She's got the best interests at heart.
I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No.
You ran. You needed a clear conscience, so you ran. Funny that you say that you freed everyone. Funny that, says the slave to the free captain. You're a slave to your conscience. A guilty one at that.
I escaped the corruption of the endless cycle of corporate greed. Yes, I ran from that. But now I'm ready to face it once more. I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught. I built the Iconoclasts so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
It's not how it works.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
Okay.
So be it.
Incoming!
Mess with us.
That's how we fucking do it.
And now, we leave. We're done here, and we're gonna go tell Sanjar that, hey, let's try to make peace, because Graham's fucking dead. Because I definitely don't want to give it to her, because she wants to attack Stellar Bay. Alright, Sanjar, you are a smart man. Let's negotiate. Please! Let's negotiate.
If the iconoclasts reached... I don't suppose...
According to the ship's log, they suffered some kind of malfunction.
That's surprising. The board's equipment is usually in top shape. After all, they have first access to any fresh parts or components.
Agreed.
Maybe there's something deeper going on.
A conspiracy? You've spent too much time around Graham.
Could you please... Yeah, I kind of felt Graham. Look, I would too, except for the fact that all the people... Like, the reason he did all that... I don't know if you were here for that, Mouse. The reason all those people in Amber Heights died is because Graham wanted revenge. Graham used to work for the corporations. He used to be a corporate guy, and because he wanted to be charismatic and have people hear his word, he constantly went against his instructions, so he never got promoted or recognized. And feeling slighted, he just decided to murder all of the corporate bigwigs, their families, and their hired help as revenge. He's not a good man. Can we please agree to a truce?
They're all mad.
I've read your reviews, Sanjar. You can't do this alone.
This has been my albatross. The great shame of my career.
Remember what we practiced, sir?
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me.
See, look, I know. You're good with details, but you need someone who can see the big picture.
You too?
He has a point, sir. And it's not all bad.
Supposing you're right.
Well, Zora leads the Iconoclast now. What about her?
That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo.
There ain't a body on this planet that can keep a group patched up like she has. I don't know how she does it.
I'd be willing to consider it, but I need to see her review first.
Actually, I already found it on a terminal in Cascadia. And fun fact, Zora is actually really good. She was actually up for promotion.
Very well. I can't promise anything, but let's see what we have here. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified.
If it weren't for her, I'd wager the Iconoclast would have died off a while ago.
I wasn't expecting to say this, but if you can convince her to agree to a meeting, I'd be willing to discuss terms.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Someone who actually is making sense. Thank you. Again, Sanjar is naive and idealistic, but the man's got a keen eye for detail, and he actually gives a shit about workers and people. He's had to learn that, and he's good at it. This is a chance for peace. I don't want war. Hey!
Well, Captain, here we are. You've got the... Void held me.
Hold on. I was thinking you and Sanjar could join forces.
I've thought about it, but I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line.
Sanjar has... Let's see, look. Neither of you can afford this fight. Monarch is going to devour the victor. Your people have suffered long enough. You could put a stop to that.
Yeah, by taking the city. Once we're inside, I'll... Damn, look at me. I've got blinders on. I don't know what the hell we're going to do. None of us even know how to run a fishing boat. All right, If he's willing to talk, I'll give him a chance.
I've already spoken to him. He's agreed to meet up.
Well then. I've got to prepare a few just-in-case measures. But when you're ready, let's meet at the old OSI church outside Stellar Bay.
Okay. Right. So now we go to the church. This is not neutral ground. We're very close to Stellar Bay, but... all right. Please, God, let me navigate this properly. I may be a bloodthirsty blood for the blood god guy when I've got my gun firing, but I am a peaceful imp at heart. I want peace. Peace for the people and peace for the planet. Just, please, talk this out.
Hey, thanks for coming.
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
That's the spirit.
Gotta admit, I really thought I was walking into a trap here. I'm ready.
If it were, I wouldn't be standing here all vulnerable-like.
Sanjar, Stellar Bay's got food and walls. And my people need both. If you'll have us...
thank you for the care package.
We're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
What if the Iconoclast just supported your... well, let's see. What if the Iconoclast just supported your supply lines?
Not good enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter, Captain.
I'm not saying live outside. Just help out in the wilderness once in a while.
Suppose some of our healthier folk could offer aid. Some of us need to stay in the city proper, though.
Well, I'll be damned. If you two can work together, maybe there's some hope for this place after all.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend, and I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that.
Careful, Zora. Graham was Sanjar's friend.
His friend? Are you fucking kidding me, Captain? I've been standing with Graham for the better part of a decade, while this paperclip cowboy sat behind his walls.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far.
Sanjar, it is. We found correspondence between him and the pirates.
But that means... I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
I buy it. Sanjar ain't capable of hurting a sprat, even from a distance.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You
Look, take it back a notch, Zora. You're here for your people, not the past.
Okay. You're right. Sorry. It'll take me a while to get over losing Graham.
You know, I felt the same way years ago, when he first left. There was something magnetic about him that let you ignore the things you didn't want to see. But surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
Glad to hear it. I'm hopeful about this alliance.
As am I. Oh, I can feel my blood pressure lowering already.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar. Guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
We've changed the course of the future, Captain. You helped steer it toward the better.
Yeah. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be, honestly. I thought there'd be more. Like, more pushback on a lot of things, or more... I don't know. Like... I don't know. It just feels... feels like it was rushed, you know? I was expecting more things that needed to be talked about, more stuff that needed to be covered. I don't know, it just feels like it really feels kind of rushed. Felt like there should have been more to that story. But oh well, what do I know? Yeah, more like the meeting at High Hrothgar. Yes, where you get to go back and forth on certain things. And sure, the player doesn't have a lot of say in that, but at least they're there to witness it happening and get some say in things. All right, let's go back to Phineas and fill him in.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Congratulations for doing your job, Ada. All right, let's talk to the doc.
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply.
Dimethyl sulfoxide. So, di means 2, methyl. So, I don't know if that's a real thing or if they made it up. Dimethyl sulfoxide. I'm gonna guess that's liquid sulfur or something.
Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting.
Excuse me? Okay, what's so important about these chemicals?
If I had time and several blackboards, I could explain the details to you, but to put it briefly, dimethyl sulfoxide is the reason you're alive today. The chemical is absolutely essential to reviving the Hope's colonists. I need you to steal as much as you possibly can. The more, the better. If you don't bring me enough chemicals, I might not be able to save the Hope's colonists, and then nothing will stop the board from destroying this colony.
Dimethyl sulfoxide, DMSO, is an organosulfur compound with the... this colorless liquid is the sulfoxide most widely used commercially. It's an important polar approximate solvent that dissolves both polar and nonpolar compounds and is miscible in a wide range of organic solvents as well as water. It has a relatively high boiling point. It's to get people out of cryo. It's an important polar aprotic solvent that dissolves both polar and nonpolar compounds. So... And again, I don't know if they mean magnetized or cold. I'm going to assume they mean, I may be wrong. Maybe they mean cold, but if they mean magnetic. But if they actually mean cold, then yeah, that's how we're getting out of cryo, is with this chemical. It actually solves the cryo problem. It's metabolized to compounds that leave a garlic-like taste in the mouth after it's absorbed by the skin. Okay. So... what's the plan?
Yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge.
Okay.
Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find.
Anything I should know about Carmen Imagawa?
You can trust her if that's asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy. My money, anyway. What's up?
Never mind. All right, come on, let's roll. Really wish we could make some augmentations or modifications to the unreliable, because I have a feel if we're going right to the board's capital world, it sure would be nice if we had some guns.
Not today, Sam. I am not in the mood for a deep clean. Oh, all right. Some culprit who shall not be named spilled Rizzo's lemon slap on my console.
Hang on. City in the Stars. Note, now that Phineas knows Mr. Clark's been hoarding the Soul Fox on Byzantium, he just needs you to get to the city to steal it. Easy. All right, so we land at Byzantium.
Captain, I'm receiving an urgent docking request from another vessel.
Greetings from the Halcyon Parcel Service. Delivery is guaranteed within standard margins of certainty. I've got a special delivery for Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. With your permission, I'll see it transferred to your ship.
Send it over, I guess.
With alacrity. Stand by, Captain Hawthorne. An HPS certified distribution technician has deposited the parcel into your car.
Okay.
On behalf of thank you for your patience.
What?
I understand we have decided to continue supporting the outlaw scientist, Dr. Phineas Wells.
Why is it beeping? What is this? Is this a freaking literal dead man switch? The fuck is this?
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But I landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching. There's a whole research compound left to the Sprats. I think I'm close to figuring out why. But something dangerous is closer to me.
Oh, it's one of the
Got the job
DLCs.
through one Minnie Ambrose. Top runger who just came into some money. Was offering a hefty bid card for qualified help. Trust me, her money's good. Talk to Minnie. Take the job. If I ain't gonna live to see the payday, might as well be you.
Hi, I'm Steve Bloom.
Consider us even, old pal.
Well, that fellow certainly seemed trustworthy.
I've gotten jobs from some unusual sources, but this is a first. Congratulations, Captain.
I don't mean to sound prim, Captain, but there's gotta be a better way to ask someone to do you a favor.
I just want to say, we gotta take this job. This is the closest I ever been to starring in a serial drama. Only thing we're missing is a couple cameras and a soundtrack.
At least this won't be boring.
Ada? What the hell's going on?
Lucky Montoya owed Captain Hawthorne a considerable debt. I believe this is what humans refer to as payback. Captain, the message contains landing coordinates for a small asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. It was recently registered to a Wilhelmina Ambrose.
This smells like trouble.
That's never stopped us before.
Ought to get that nose checked, Cap. This smells like a job.
It absolutely smells like trouble. This is gonna be great.
I like trouble, and this sounds like the kind that pays well.
A good mystery always starts with trouble, Captain. Where's your sense of adventure?
Lucky Montoya had a statistically significant tendency to encounter situations of extreme danger.
Well, yeah, I doubt this guy lost his arm filling out paperwork.
He was also the 4th best paid freelancer in the system.
Wow, sounds promising.
This had less correlation with his measured aptitudes, which rank at or below average, than with a pattern of fortunate circumstances.
Noted. Let's get moving.
I have transferred the coordinates for Ambrose Manor to your navigation terminal. We can travel there when you are ready.
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But I landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching. There's a whole research compound left of the Sprats. I think I'm close to figuring out why. But something dangerous is closer to me. Got the job through one Minnie Ambrose. Top runger who just came into some money. Was offering a hefty bid card for qualified help. Trust me.
Well then. Far be it from me to say no to something like this. True, this is one of the DLCs, and we should probably be doing this later, but I'm intrigued. So, yeah, let's go. Consider my buttons pushed.
We arrived at Ambrose Manor.
All right. This should be interesting.
Welcome to Ambrose Manor. We were not expecting company. Please follow. Do not stray from the path.
Don't worry, little fella. We're mostly law-abiding folk.
Mostly.
Oh no. We should check to see he's all right.
Running diagnostic. Error. Diagnosing diagnostic.
Yeah, he dead. He's broken. Oh well. You know, if you come from money and you're like a well-respected person, you'd think you'd be able to get a robot that could actually use the frickin' elevator.
Those big empty windows. Feels like the building's watching me. Oh, law, I'm getting goosebumps.
Calm down.
Keep your guard up. Could be all manner of surprises in there. I take it back. Ain't nothing here but memories.
This is stupid!
Oh, Captain. Something here don't feel right.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, we're not going to overlook the severed arm. It's weird.
Join me for a drink, Mr. Whoever you are.
Damn, bitch, you live like this?
So who the devil are you?
Captain of the Unreliable.
You don't say. Well, make yourself at home, Captain. I'm sure we have much to discuss. Do you see that glowing chunk of space rock? That's Gorgon. My birthright, my burden, and the bane of my existence. I hate to drink alone, and this is my third. So join me in raising a glass to Gorgon.
The Gorgon.
To Gorgon. May cosmic winds shepherd her to the nearest star. I'm Wilhelmina Ambrose, but you can keep it short and call me Minnie. Now, what brings you to my house, handsome? I take it you didn't come all this way for the beverages, the starry skies, or the pleasant company.
I'm here about a severed arm.
A severed arm? How positively ghoulish.
Does the name Lucky Montoya mean anything to you?
Lucky Montoya is my personal freelancer. Fascinating man. Very brooding and theatrical. Always staring into space and twirling a bullet over his knuckles.
That
But if something happened to him...
Yeah,
Oh dear. I suppose that makes him my former freelancer now?
Yeah, and that totally sounds like a character Steve Bloom would voice. I'm sorry about your loss.
Thank you. But the people in my orbit come and go all the time. Occupational hazard. What a time for his luck to run out. We were in the middle of something grand, and I really can't afford another setback.
Let me guess. You need someone to finish whatever Lucky started.
Excellent deduction. I can tell I found the right man for the job. How would you like to be my new freelancer? There's been a recent vacancy, and I think you're well suited to the job.
You offer work to everyone who breaks into your home? Must be some kind of Byzantine tradition I ain't know about.
You're awful quick to trust a bunch of strangers that broke into your home.
I'm looking for someone rough around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type. Incidentally, someone good with their hands.
Well, I hate to say it, but I'm none of those things. I'm good with my hands, you can ask my wife, but I'm neither gorgeous or a dashing scoundrel type. I'm actually more of the softy. However, I'm the one who got the severed arm delivered to him, and I'm the one that's taking the job, so I'm afraid what you see is what you get. Or WYSIWYG for short. Give me the details and I'll let you know.
My mother, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, worked for Spacer's Choice at the Gorgon Research Facility. She was brilliant, the top scientist in her field, until tragedy struck.
Go on.
Did you actually mean that?
Well, I'm being sarcastic in that
day,
regard, but...
Spacer's Choice shut down all research and evacuated Gorgon. Everyone had to scramble or risk getting left behind. It was chaos. Employees fled for their lives. Mother never made it home. I'm told she wasn't the only casualty that fateful day.
It must have been real hard on you, losing your mother all of a sudden like that.
Thank you. Ambrose ladies are supposed to be resilient to the unexpected, but this was especially hard on me. Mother's name has since been dragged through the mud. Spacer's Choice blames her for the collapse of Project Gorgon, and I just know they're lying.
What do they say about her?
Everything you can imagine and more. Dereliction of duty, circulating anti-corporate memos, taking longer than average coffee breaks. The list goes on.
Oh, God forbid, not the
Mother
coffee
would
breaks.
not have allowed Project Gorgon to fail. Something happened on that asteroid, and my family took the fall for it.
What did you send Lucky to find?
The truth. Mother is gone, Gorgon is silent, and I deserve answers.
Where do we get started?
We start where all of this began. With Mother. Whatever happened on Gorgon wasn't Mother's fault. I simply need the evidence to prove it. We're going to drag the truth kicking and screaming into the light. Even if it means bringing ruin and humiliation to Spacer's Choice. All the evidence I need should be in Mother's journal. You can find it in her office on Gorgon, in the heart of the old research facility.
Hey, if it helps you get some closure, I'll find the journal.
You do all that for me? I was hoping you'd take the job, but I didn't expect you to care.
You shouldn't have to suffer for the actions of Spacer's Choice.
I believe you're the first person to ever side with me against the corporation. It's a refreshing change. When you reach Gorgon, pack a weapon you trust. The corporate lockdown hasn't stopped the wilderness from squirming in through the cracks.
I'll be careful.
There's a little saloon near Gorgon's landing pad, the Sprat Shack. Lucky was renting a room, so if you want to follow his trail, that would be the place to start.
Ought to stop in and taste the local flavor.
Oh, you think maybe they got a little mascot? Like a sprat in a tiny hat?
Just so we understand each other, money is no object. I'm willing to squander the family fortune if you get me what I want.
That won't be necessary.
Between your payment and any salvage you happen across, you'll walk away from this rich enough to buy a mansion of your own. How does that sound?
What's the catch? There's always a catch.
The catch? No one's ever done this before, and the only person who tried is a corpse. Believe me, that's enough.
Fair argument.
Here's your nav key.
I'll be in touch. Hey, and also, maybe you don't need to hear this from me, but I'm sorry about your mother.
Spacer's Choice should be the one apologizing, but thank you. Sincerely. A word of advice before you go, Captain. Trust no one.
Even you?
Mother's office is in the heart of the Gorgon facility.
Mysterious heiress, unexpected gainful employment. It's like something out of a detective serial.
Salvage rights and a paycheck? This is almost too good to be true.
Which means it is. Like, I guarantee you she's got a hand in this. Like, if it's too good to be true, it is, usually. Let's not kid ourselves. This is very much too good to be true. Ah, I get it. Saltuna Pond. Uh-huh. Ow, my legs. I think you need to have stupidly high stats to get the best outcomes in the DLC. Well, in that case, we'll probably come by later. We'll probably leave and come back. Dropped his key card in the pond. Okay.
This unit is under construction. Thank you for your patience.
If we need to have stupidly high stats, then the smart thing to do would be to just continue the base game and come back later. I am intrigued with all this, though. The game, like, this DLC has my attention. So, that's a good thing. Anyway, I think this is a good stopping point. I know we could stream for longer, but this is a pretty good stopping point. We're on our way to Byzantium, and this is pretty good. So, that being the case, we are going to go raid someone, so hang around for a second. Let me find us someone to say hi to. Let's see. Who can we go say hi to today? Let's see. You know what? A lot of people streaming right now. Let's go say hi to my friend Nep. It's been a while since we've raided Nep. So, and she needs the support. Sorry, Lich King. You gotta call it out next time. Let's go say hi to Nep. Guys, Nep's cool. Y'all will like her. Anyway, with that being the case, as always, it's been a privilege and a pleasure to entertain all of you. I hope you had a wonderful time. I've been Zaruk Windcaller, and remember that the memories we make in life, good and bad, make us who we are. Yeah. Don't change your memories for anything. I love you guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye. Whoop, wrong button. Sorry about that.